Last night, 7 runs, 15 hits, led by Miguel Olivo. All he needed was a doggone single to hit for the cycle. Mike Flowers, he had the tough ones out of the way.
He did. He was able to get them out of the way early in the game, too. He was hitting cleanup in last night's game. He gets things started with a ground rule double. Ball bounces off the track, goes into the Mariners' bullpen. Then he comes back and hits one off the fair foul. I don't know, fair or foul pole, Rick. you call it. But this one's going to hit the screen on the pole for his home run. So he has the double and the home run out of the way. Miguel Olivo, as you know, Rick, runs well.
And he had a
not
couple
just
of
for
shots.
a catcher, but he runs well. And he hits this ball hard into the gap. And that was the key for me with him last night. Stinging the baseball, using the entire field. That went into right center. And because of his speed, makes it all the way around to third. Thought maybe he dove a little bit early, but he makes it in there easily, Rick. So he has all the tough one out of the way. And this is early in the game. By this point, he's going to get at least one more at bat, maybe two, to get that single, but it just didn't happen. But a special night for Miguel Olivo.
So still only 4 Mariners in history have hit for the cycle. Here's a look at the starting pitchers for tonight's game. Big burly right-hander Felipe Paulino going for the Kansas City Royals, and Michael Pineda winding down a very strong rookie season.
A strong rookie season indeed. And for Michael, I think that he comes out, he typically commands his fastball early in the game. But will he have his velocity? Don't underestimate the Kansas City Royals. This is a club that can hit. 4th in hitting, 6th in runs scored, and they will use their speed. So for Michael, come out right away. Let's see 95, 96. He's been pitching well lately. I suspect he will pitch well here at Safeco Field tonight.
He's coming up with 3 consecutive quality starts his last 3 outings. The Mariners getting ready to take on Kansas City. Brad and Val will be back with more. And how about Ichiro? The last couple of ball games, home runs in each of the last 2 games, including a leadoff home run a couple of nights ago. Back with more after this timeout.
Better ideas, better banking. by CenturyLink. Quest is now CenturyLink. Visit CenturyLink.com to learn more. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting Island Reggae Star Fiji, September 24th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Welcome back out here to the pen at Safeco Field. And now, is that a random Valley? Is that a fan out there?
Still being represented here at the ballpark.
I think we know her, Val.
Why'd she cover her name up?
Yeah, she
with
doesn't
that long,
want us to see that.
Black hair.
I think you might know her. She might be a relative of you. Yes, and then, there she is. It is Alina, your daughter. And throwing out the first pitch.
This is a young lady, a very special young lady from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. She is an employee of Esperanza. She runs our marketing and communications, and she's here in Seattle for a 2-month-long women's leadership program with a group called iLeap and the Seattle International Foundation. So it's great to have her. She's going to be one of our superstars in the future.
That. Salute to Latin American Baseball Night tonight. So Esperanza benefiting from that, which is great news. So fun tonight. And, boy, we saw a lot last night at 8.5 innings of baseball, didn't we? Lots of different interesting plays. Let's start with Trayvon Robinson.
Very
beautiful.
Very difficult play for an outfielder, diving straight in. Frenchie right there, Jeff Rancourt making a nice over-the-shoulder grab. Justin Smoke showing he's a glove man, too. But this is special.
Criminal.
This is special. That's just grand theft. And then right here, Boomer Wells, Casper Wells. I like Boomer. You like the name Boomer? Makes a great grab right here up against the wall.
But the one that everybody is still talking about, the first inning with Robinson.
Does he have it? Does he have it? Can he hold on to it? Oh, no, he's going to
put the brakes on.
Stop, please. Face plant.
And so today, the teammates in
That's
masking
just wrong. That's wrong. His
Pretty
teammates.
good likeness, though, right?
They did a good job.
Police chalk line there, but nobody took credit. We asked around. Jason Vargas said, if nobody's going to step up, I'll say I did it.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Very good out there. That was out there in right center field. Trayvon Robinson said he still kind of felt it today and saw birds and stars after hitting that wall yesterday. Hit it hard, felt the concrete behind that wall. So that was yesterday. More highlights hopefully tonight. The Mariners' chance to win this series. We're back with lineups with Rick Riz and Mike Flowers. Polino and Pineda on the way on Root Sports.
Well, the calendar says that fall is still a few weeks away, but summer still has a stranglehold here in the Pacific Northwest. What a night out for baseball. Welcome to Safeco Field, everybody. It's Game 3 of the 4-game series between the Mariners and the Kansas City Royals, and Michael Pineda is ready to go. And Alex Gordon will lead things off, and he takes a fastball for a strike, and we are underway. Game 3 of the 4-game set. Michael Pineda blow 9-9 on the year with a 3.74 ERA, pitching very well down the stretch. Well hit ball down the right field line, fair in toward the corner. Gordon heading for second. Ichiro's throw in will be cut off by Dustin Ackley, and the Kansas City Royals blow number 2 of the American League in doubles. And here is a look at their starting lineup tonight.
43rd double for Gordon this year. Following him, it will be Cabrera, Butler, the rookie. Hosmer hits cleanup, then it's Francoeur. Moustakas Perez gets the second baseman tonight. He will hit 8th, and Escobar, the shortstop, had a triple in last night's game. He will hit 9th. Numbers for Michael Pineda: 3.74 ERA, 159 innings for him, 163 strikeouts. Opponent's average just 210.
Here's center fielder Melky Cabrera, ground ball to the right side. That's going to advance the runner to third. Gordon. Ackley with an easy play, and 1 out for Kansas City here in the top half of the first inning.
Take a look at the defense playing behind Michael. In the outfield, it'll be Karp in left. Saunders getting the start in center field. Ichiro is in right. And on the infield, Kyle Seager back in the lineup at third. Then it's Ryan and Ackley up the middle. Justin Smoke, the first baseman. Miguel Olivo, what a night he had last night. Back behind the dish again tonight.
Almost hit for that cycle. Here's designated hitter Billy Butler, 1 on and 1 away. Michael Pineda, 27th start of the year. The infielder's back. Ground ball would score a run. And a swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. Butler hitting .295 on the year. And you take a look at this lineup for the Royals, Blow. They are 4th in the American League in hitting as a team, right around .270.
They hit a lot of doubles. They hit a lot of triples. They will steal bases. They're first in stolen bases.
Philly.
Offensively, one of the things that you and I've been talking about a couple different times today is Michael Pineda cannot take the Royals lightly.
Yeah.
This is not the Royals team that you just roll over. Offensively, they can put some numbers on the board.
And a foul back off the screen behind home plate as the count goes to 1-2 on Butler. Right now 0 for his last 13. But Michael, last night's ball game, early in the ball game, what he did was hit a ground ball to the right side and scored one of the 2 runs early for Kansas City in the first inning off of Blake Bevan.
And you just saw Cabrera hitting the ball to the right side, giving himself up to move the runner over. Fundamentally, they've done a lot of things correct this year.
Ground ball right side. Smoke. Here comes the runner on contact. Wide throw. And safe at home is Gordon. He scores. And safe at first base is Billy Butler. So the throw by Justin Smoke wide of the mark to catch him, Miguel Olivo. And the Royals, just like last night, have the first run of the game in the first inning.
I think it's worth the effort. Take a look at it. Smoke off the bag, comes over, fields it cleanly, but he doesn't square his shoulders up. Rick, the ball tails back up the line. Olivo having to make the catch as Gordon dives into home.
So Butler with a ground ball to the right side is safe at first on a fielder's choice and picks up his 85th run batted into the season. 1-0 Royals. Here's rookie first baseman Eric Hosmer. Man, this kid can swing the bat. Slider down and in for ball 1.
Hosmer hitting .287 overall, 16 home runs, 67 RBIs. He was called up in May. He's had a good series, 3 for 8 with an RBI.
Well hit left field. Going back of the ball is Mike Karp to the warning track, looking up. Goodbye baseball. Holy smokes. Eric Hosmer with an opposite field 2-run home run. And the Royals now lead 3-0 here in the top of the first. And for Hosmer, his 17th home run of the season. Blow, this kid is some kind of strong.
We saw him hit a ball late in the game last night out to left field. Didn't quite have the difference, but it's warm tonight, 84 degrees at game time. The ball will stay in the air as he barrels this one up the other way.
And out toward the bullpen of the Kansas City Royals as Karp runs out of room. Here's right fielder Jeff Francoeur with a big swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. And he played some kind of defense last night, Mike. Took a home run away from Dustin Ackley.
The home run was spectacular. The catch he made going over the wall and right.
Down the third base line, foul, just foul right behind the bag. Kyle Seager. And the count is 0-2 on Frank Hoare.
And then he robs Ackley again on a line drive straight over his head. That's a difficult play for an outfielder to make when it's right at him, going over their head. He turned, he had his back to the infield and reached up at the last second to make another great catch. Dustin Ackley, although the Mariners had a lot of hits last night, swung the bats extremely well. Dustin probably hit the ball as hard as anybody. He walked away the game with an 0 for 4.
But he crushed 3 pitches. Check swing, slider down and away for ball 1, 1-2 on Frank Hoare. So we saw some great defense last night.
We did, and that last pitch, 98 miles an hour. And Michael came out early in the game. The first few hitters, he was around 94. He has the ability, 96 mile an hour there, and throws it by Frank Hoare. A little anger behind those last couple of fastballs.
So he gets it right on by Frank Hoare for strike 3. Couldn't catch up to it, and 2 outs for Kansas City here in the first. Strikeout number 1 for Michael Pineda. And here's third baseman Mike Moustakas, batting .230 on the year. Fly ball into shallow center field. Coming up, Michael Saunders. He's there and makes the easy catch for out number 3. But Kansas City with 3 runs here in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of inning number 1, our score. The Royals 3 and the Mariners coming up. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first inning. 3-0 Kansas City. And Eric Hosmer, a 2-run home run. Here's a look at the Mariners lineup tonight, Mike.
Ichiro with 4 hits in last night's game, leading things off then is Ryan Ackley. Cart back in the lineup, hitting cleanup. Smoke Kennedy Olivo. Kyle Seager will hit 8th, and then Michael Saunders will hit 9th.
So here's Ichiro to face Felipe Paulino, who delivers low and inside in the dirt for ball 1. Ichiro, 4 hits in last night's game. He's going to make a run at that 200-hit season. Right now with 167, has the average up to 277. Now with 5 home runs. First 4 were leadoff home runs. 2-0 the count on Ichiro. Paulino, big burly right-hander, and he fires away a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. 2-10 record. Big kid out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. And that reminds us, tonight is Salute to Latin American Baseball Night here at Safeco Field. We had dancers on the field before the ball game. Big population of the major leaguers coming from Latin American countries. Fouled away on the third base side into the seats. And the count is full on Ichiro. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good to see our buddy Julio Cruz might throw out the ceremonial first pitch.
Yes, it is good to see Julio. He looks great. I like the way he went up to the mound and then decided to walk down to the front onto the grass. The veteran.
Payoff pitch. Little looper to third, and making the catch, Mike Moustakas right at the edge of the outfield grass. And there's 1 away for the Mariners.
You look at the rest of the defense for the Royals. In the outfield, Gordon in left, Cabrera in center field. Frank Core, great night defensively last night. He's in right. Moustakas, the third baseman. Escobar and Getz up the middle. Hosmer, the rookie first baseman. And Salvador Perez will do the catching tonight. Numbers for Paulino, 88 strikeouts to 41 walks. Opponent's average 272. He has given up 7 home runs this year.
And here's Brendan Ryan, and he takes a look at ball one from Paulino, who was with the Colorado Rockies earlier this year, was traded away back on May the 26th to Kansas City. And that pitch is a strike on the outside corner. The count is even at 1-1. Brendan Ryan batting .246, the 3 home runs, 38 runs batted in, Mike. But my goodness, his defense, Gold Glove caliber throughout the year.
He has been spectacular at shortstop. And there's a couple of things that you look at it for a defensive shortstop. Rick, one, will he make the routine play in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning when it counts the most?
Yes.
Brendan Ryan does that. And will he take hits away? He certainly has done that this year on a consistent basis.
Yeah. At the end of the road trip, how about some of those plays he made deep into the hole and short on the ball hit by Mike Trumbo? Then he has to come right over the top with that throw. The problem that he went on the deal was his left shoulder, fortunately, not the right shoulder. And it's outside on Brendan. Ball 3, full count 3-2.
We had a chance to see Brendan when he was with the Cardinals. He has surprised me this year with how strong his arm is. He has a much better throwing arm than I remember.
Yeah. Line drive right at Hosmer at first base, who makes the catch. So Brendan Ryan lines out, and the Mariners have 2 down here at the bottom of the first. 3-0 Kansas City.
Fastball away from Brendan, going with the pitch. Can't aim, and all he can do is try to hit it hard. Now when he hits right on the button, but Hosmer, the first baseman, it's an easy play of it.
Just kind of leans to his left to make the catch. Paulino, 27 years of age, 6'2", 270. Dustin Ackley with his strike at the count is 0-1. And Flo, you mentioned that. I mean, this poor kid 0 for 4 last night, but he hit bullets all over the ballpark.
First at bat, he lined out to the center fielder. He was robbed of a home run as he bounces this one to Hosmer, the first baseman. This will be interesting.
And he gets the throw to Paulino in time to take care of Dustin Ackley. A 3-1 putout for out number 3. And we go to the top half of the second. Royals lead 3-0. Puget Sound Energy and GE Energy Efficiency Night at the ballpark. All fans will have a chance to win one of 75 GE Energy Smart LED bulbs. Plus, one grand prize winner receives a suite of efficient GE profile appliances valued at over $10,000. Great tickets are still available for Tuesday's Mariners-Yankees game. Purchase your tickets at Mariners.com. Top half of the second, catcher Salvador Perez leads it off. Very talented kid, Mike. Only 21 years of age. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Started off the year at AA Northwest Arkansas, hit .283 with 9 home runs, went to AAA Omaha, and here he is in the big leagues. Strike 3 called. Michael Pineda got him looking. with a slider. And that is strikeout number 2 for Michael. 1 out for the Royals here in the second.
I think maybe we're going to see something similar to what we saw from Blake Bevan last night. Did you look at this last pitch from Michael?
Wow.
Good looking pitch. But Bevan came out in the first inning, had a few issues, and it was because the Royals were aggressive on his fastball early in the count. And it looked like they were doing the exact same thing with Michael. Now, Michael has a better fastball. His fastball's at 96, where Bevan's around 91. But when you have a club like the Royals and the way that they've hit this year, and young players, they want to get on the fastball. They don't want to fall behind. They have to deal with the breaking ball. It looks like Michael went to his breaking ball and changeup to Perez on the first hitter, coming back out here in the second. So we might see, normally Michael throws a lot of fastballs, and he should because he has a good one, but maybe that percentage will be down a little bit tonight because it looks like the Royals have a tougher time with the breaking ball. Michael has a good slider.
This is Chris Getz, second baseman for Kansas City. He takes outside for ball 3, 3-1, as Dave Niehaus called that pitch a couple of springs ago. That slider, diabolical. Loved it. The 3-1 way outside for ball 4. So Getz with a walk, and that's the first walk given up by Pineda. And Mike, when you take a look at this young man's numbers, Michael Pineda, 52 walks on the year coming into tonight's game, 163 walks, real good ratio of walks to strikeouts throughout the year, his rookie season.
I think he has been outstanding, and you put his numbers up against the rest of the rookie pitchers in the American League, and there are some good ones. Take a look at Hellickson and the job he's done for the Rays. Nova, 15 wins on the year, and Jordan Wallen, we've seen enough of him. He's throwing 98, 99 miles an hour as the closer for the Angels, so some good pitching, some power arms in the American League.
Yeah, we're going to see some these kids stick around for a long, long time. The Mariners right now have 15 rookies on their ball club. Kansas City, the same thing. Here's shortstop Alcides Escobar hitting 246. Mariners just played the Angels. Runner goes, pitch high for a ball, thrown out to second, and it bounces in and away and into center field. And safe at second base, Chris Getz with his 21st stolen base of the year. He's been successful 83% of the time when he takes off. He gets there.
It's 138 stolen bases on the year for the Royals. They are first in stolen bases. This ball looks like it tails. A little bit of a sinker down into second base. I think if he and Olivo has a great throwing arm, and typically he will throw a strike down a second. I think if he did there, he probably gets Getz.
Escobar pops it up foul on the first base side. Over to take a look. Justin Smoke, but this one is going to fall back into the seats right behind the Mariner dugout, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Getting back to Michael, though, I think you have to believe that his numbers and his presence in the American League has exceeded expectations. He's going to go past innings pitched, and his strikeouts, there's more strikeouts than innings. Those are great numbers for him. At times he will lose a little bit of concentration, and his command will go away from him. But when you consider his size and how hard he throws,
that's it.
He does a great job of commanding the strike zone, and he will polish up some of his off-speed pitches this winter. And I think we're going to see something special. It already has been this year, but it's going to be even better next year because his changeup will be better, which will be a great pitch for him to left-handed hitters.
Much more confident, knowing what to expect. Pop up, foul again on the first base side. Justin Smoke over, and this one is way out of play. Yesterday he got one over the rolled up tarp and was able to make the catch. 2-2 on Escobar. But the thing you mentioned, sometimes when he gets frustrated, what I like about Pineda, Mike, during the course of this season, his rookie year, a lot of times he'll take a walk to the backside of the mound, a little farther back, and just have a little team meeting with himself, and he's able to fix right there what's broken for a moment as Carl Willis looks on.
Well, I think that's true, and he has the ability to do that. We just showed Carl, and it's because in between starts, it's the conversations that he has with Carl. It's his work in the bullpen. Jamie Navarro has been great for him. And then Miguel Olivo. Let's not forget, Miguel has probably made more trips to the mound this year when Pineda is on the mound than with any other pitcher. And I think there's a lot of benefit to that, to get Michael focused back in and throwing strikes, quality strikes.
Fastball up and in is popped up right at the bag at first base. Justin Smoke is there, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 1 out, 2 outs. Royals lead by a score of 3-0. That'll bring up leadoff batter Alex Gordon. But so much to like about this kid. 6'7", 260. His first full year in the big leagues. And, oh, by the way, he made the All-Star team as a starter.
It's a lot. It's a lot to handle in your first year, and he's handled it beautifully.
Has a great work ethic. Alex Gordon led off the game with a double and scored. Inside pitch and off the glove of the catcher Miguel Olivo, and all the way to the backstop it goes, and down to third base goes Getz. And that is going to be a wild pitch charged to Michael Pineda.
It looked like a slider. 86 miles an hour. Michael just pulling across his body. Almost looked like it was going to hit Gordon. Alex Gordon is somebody that has been impressive this year, hasn't he?
A lot of doubles.
And he has kind of struggled coming into this year. They were waiting on him, a former #1 pick. But when you look at him now, leading off for this club, leading the team in home runs, hitting 300, 43 doubles on the year. Maybe the move from third base and getting away from the George Brett tag has helped them, getting him into left field, make him relax a little bit.
He went down to the minor leagues, came back, and he has been a huge threat. That double in the first inning to lead off the game, Mike, was his 43rd double of the season. Chris gets on at third base. Kansas City had the quick start last night, but the Mariners came back right away to tie it up in the bottom of the first inning behind Blake Bevan. There's a fly ball lifted into left field. Carp drifting back. Mike is there and makes the catch for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Safeco Field. Royals 3 and the Mariners nothing. We go to the bottom half of the second. Mike Carp will lead things off, followed by Justin Smoke and then Adam Kennedy. Paulino delivers high and outside for ball 1. What a year for this kid. Batting .279, 8 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Had the tremendous month of August in which he had 25 RBIs and was the American League Rookie of the Month for August and hit .313, Mike, with 6 of his 8 home runs.
It was a great month for Mike Carp to establish himself. He has struggled a little bit lately, and Eric Wedge gave him the night off.
Mike got off to a great start down at Tacoma, was called up and then struggled, went back down to Tacoma and just continued to hit, Mike. Strike on the inside corner for strike 3. Carp caught looking and 1 away for the Mariners here in the bottom half of the second. Strikeout number 1 for Paulino. Well, the Mariners and the A's close out the 2011 season on Wednesday, September the 28th, and it's going to be Northwest Getaways night here at Safeco Field. All fans will have a chance to win great trips around our region, including a 2-night stay and a $200 resort credit for a family of 4 to 5 at the top destination on Lake Chelan, Campbell's Resort. For more information or tickets to Northwest Getaways Night, visit Mariners.com/getaways. Justin Smoke takes down and away for ball 1.
Justin Smoke with a big home run in the first game of this series and came back with 3 hits in last night's game. So hopefully his timing after some time off going on the DL is getting closer for Justin.
It's been a rough year for this kid. And a swing and a foul back of the count 1-2. The injured left thumb, then the injury to the right thumb, and then they had that wicked one-hopper off his face where he suffered the broken nose and the fractured cheekbone. Fouled away, and the count is still a ball and 2 strikes. But Mike, you take a look at his swing and what he has done this year. We saw him at the end of last year go down to Tacoma and came back in the last 2 weeks at 340. You know he's going to be fine.
You'd like to see him stay healthy, get his confidence back, and that's why I think this month is going to be important for him. Just to go into the winter feeling good about things, Rick, and knowing what adjustments he needs to make and prepare himself for spring training next year. But it's a tough year. It's a tough year for a veteran player to deal with when you're talking about all the injuries for him. But he's also a big swinger. He's a guy that has power. Timing is critical for him, and the more pitches he sees, the closer his timing is going to be. So when you're in and out of the lineup because of injuries, it makes it difficult to be consistent. And he was in April and May really swinging the bat well, and then the problems started to come, and it's been difficult on him, I'm sure.
He's battling Polino right now. Count stays in with 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Mike, you talked about his big swing, but what we also saw in last night's game was he cut back on that swing a little bit, hit the ball up the middle to drive in a run.
He has the ability to do that. I think the other thing that we saw too, which is the hard part.
Well hit deep to right center field, going and going. Goodbye baseball. Right over the top of the Boeing sign. Justin Smoke's bat. Yes, it is. It's heating up. There's his 14th home run of the season. And the Mariners get on the board here in the bottom half of the second. It's now the Royals 3 and the Mariners 1. Big swing by Justin Smoke.
Had to fight off a number of pitches, and on the 8th pitch, he gets a changeup. It is centered in the middle of the plate, and he hammers a line drive into the seats in right field.
Here's designated hitter Adam Kennedy. Fastball fouled away behind the plate, and the count is 0-1. And here's where that ball landed, Blow. Look at this catch out there.
First baseman's mitt. That baby's been broken in for a while.
Way to go. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2 on Kennedy. So that gentleman, and I'm sure many others, went to the Sounders soccer game this afternoon and made it a doubleheader by coming into the Mariners game tonight.
Looks like he might need to put some saddle soap or some oil in that glove, right? It's dried out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that thing's been sitting in the closet for a while. Kennedy hitting .233, 7 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Mike, in the first half of the year, Kennedy was the guy offensively on this ball club. It just seemed like he came up with so many big hits for this club.
He was able to do that. I'm sure that he's played a lot more than even he expected. He has 356 at bats on the year. I think for Adam, though, because he's been through it, he's been in the league for a long time. He's been on a World Series winner. He's seen a lot of things. Oh,
and
change up. Yeah, he didn't like it.
No.
But I think he's been, we've mentioned it, 15 rookies. He's been good for them to watch him go about his business on a daily basis and really to have somebody to talk to about certain situations and what's going on. And you have to have some of those guys on your club. And I think Adam's as good as anybody right now, the veteran, although he's not happy with that last call and the changeup that was away from him.
Yeah, he thought it was outside, strike 3 called. So 2 outs for the Mariners here in the second. 3-1 Kansas City. Here's catcher Miguel Olivo with a big night last night. Breaking ball at the knees for a strike 0-1. But all you have to do is when you take a look at Kennedy's at-bats, that at-bat against Mariano Rivera to win a ball game against the Yankees. Walk-off base hit. Not too many guys do that. 0-2 on Miguel.
The thing that we've heard from Eric Wedge is competing during the at-bats, sticking your nose in there, grinding the at-bats out, and that's what he does. And so for the guys, the young guys, you talk about Ackley and Seager and Karp, he's a pretty good guy to watch go about his business and what he's trying to do. And then if you talk to him afterwards, you probably learn a few things of what he was looking for in different situations.
You guys did that after the ball game, sit in somebody's locker, talk about the game. Miggy with a swing and a ground ball, hard hit, but right at second baseman Chris Getz. The throw to first, they get Olivo. That'll end the inning, but the Mariners get 1 run on 1 hit. The home run by Justin Smoke, and after 2 is the Royals 3 and the Mariners 1. The Mariners 1 as we go to the top half of inning number 3. There's a little pint-sized version of Michael Pineda here at the ballpark enjoying some cotton candy. All right, time for our AT&T trivia question for the night. When was the last time a catcher hit for the cycle? Think about it. Last week, last season, last decade, last century. I know the answer. You do? Yes, I do. Melky Cabrera leading off the inning with a strike from Michael.
Do I get to take a guess, or do you want?
No, take a guess.
Because it is a guess.
Down and in, ball 1-1-1.
Watching Miguel Olivo get his triple last night would not remind you of this catcher. Because Olivo can actually run. I thought, for some reason, I think it was Benji Molina. Benji Molina.
He's not on my radar there.
No.
But he did, though.
He did.
He fit for the cycle.
He did? Was it last season?
Yeah. Yeah, with Texas.
I'm going to go with that then. I'll go with last season.
Popped up and out of play in the third base side into the upper deck. 2-2 on Cabrera. What a turnaround for Cabrera. 299. Michael Pineda's fastball, 98 miles an hour. Off-speed pitch, 82. And the changeup, Mike, getting better and better. 3-2.
I think that is going to be the pitch that he will spend the most time thinking about and working on in the offseason and going into spring training.
Here's a pop-up left side of the infield coming up. Third baseman Kyle Seager is there, and Kerplunk makes the catch. So 1 out for Kansas City here in the top of the third. That'll bring up designated hitter Billy Butler. And this kid has been some kind of special. Just 22 years of age. Got off to the great start in April. He was named the American League Pitcher of the Month. Rookie Pitcher of the Month. First 5 starts, he was 4-1 with a 2.01 ERA. Fastball, and he gets it on by Butler. 0-1. Billy a fielder's choice, and a run batted in and a run scored in the first inning. Fastball cut on and missed, and the count is 0-2. guy can hit. He has 38 doubles on the year. Elevates the fastball and a swing and a miss by Butler for strike 3. And that is strikeout number 3 for Pineda. 2 outs for Kansas City here in the third. It's a tough one to catch up to, Blow.
This last fastball, 94 miles an hour, up around the visor of Billy Butler.
So 2 up and 2 down, and here's first baseman Eric Hosmer, who in his last at bat hit an opposite field 2-run home run into the Royals bullpen in left field. 0-1. That was his 17th home run of the season. Down and in with a slider for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Like we're seeing so many talented young hitters in the league this year. Dustin Ackley for the Mariners and Michael Karp, and then Mark Trumbo with the Angels and Peter Borges. Also Mike Trout. This kid right here, Eric Hosmer, all getting an opportunity. One hopper back to the mound, and a good stop by Pineda. Underhand flip over to Smoke at the bag for the out on Hosmer, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third tonight from Safeco Field. It's the Royals 3 and the Mariners 1. Sitting had a full roll of cotton candy.
Made short work of it.
Oh, stuff just melts in your mouth. I still love that cotton candy. Third baseman Kyle Seager leading off the inning for the Mariners, batting .273, a couple of home runs, 7 runs batted in. And Blow, everywhere this kid has gone, he's just hit.
He is hit, and when he was called up the first time, had some struggles, off to a slow start, but when you get the amount of hits he was getting in a short amount of time in the minor leagues, you had to feel at some point he was going to start hanging out some line drives, and he's done that. Has his average at .273, uses the entire ballpark, and every now and then you make a mistake, you can hit a ball. Has a couple of home runs. I've been impressed with his defense.
Yeah, he's played very well at third.
I think that he has. We've seen him at second base one time, but he's played some solid defense at third.
Mariners have some interesting decisions to make, Mike, during the offseason, because they looked at so many talented young players. And then you look at Seager. How many home runs is he going to hit? He's a third baseman. But, you know, the point is, as long as you get power from somewhere, you can live with this kid maybe hitting 10 or 15 home runs or whatever he hits. If he is the third baseman of the future, you want it third in the order, fourth in the order, and fifth in the order.
Well, I think whether it's Seager or any of the other young guys,
And strike 3 called. He thought it was going to be ball 4. Seager tossed the bat away, headed up the line, but home plate umpire Brian Runge said no. It's a strike, and it was strike 3. So 1 out for the Mariners here in the 3rd, and then a strikeout number 3 for Paulino.
And according to the tracer, it was a strike.
1 away.
Well, I think that you're right. It doesn't matter where the power comes from as long as you have some of it in your lineup, and that's the reason why you make a trade and you get a Justin Smoke in your organization. You make a trade and you get Mike Karp over here, and hope that the numbers that Karp was putting up in AAA start to translate at this level to take some of the pressure off. And fortunately, Mike is able to play first and play some outfield, move him around a little bit.
Michael Saunders. Count even on Michael at 1 ball and 1 strike. In 2001, the Mariners had one of the greatest years of all time in baseball history. They got their power from Brett Boone at second base. 37 home runs and 141 RBIs. I don't get the job.
Well, and on that team, you had Ichiro in right field, typically a power position, and his job was to get on base, which he did often that year. And Brett, a second baseman, was just the opposite. He was the guy that provided the power and the RBIs on that club. So it doesn't matter where it comes from. Another called strike. 97-mile-an-hour fastball on the inside corner to Michael Saunders. So the 4th strikeout for Paulino.
Seager and Saunders caught looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Felipe Paulino. 2 down, and that'll bring up Ichiro. With 4 hits last night, 4 for 5, 167 hits on the year. He would have to average 1.8 hits a game for the rest of the season to have another 200-hit season. Fouled away, and the count is 0-1. So basically, he would have to hit 417 the rest of the way.
The Mariners, the second time through the lineup, have a better idea of Paulino. And it's obvious that he has a good fastball at 98 miles an hour on that last fastball, but everything is hard from him. His slider is going to be around 90, 91 miles an hour, and his changeup is about 89.
Outstanding fastball. He's thrown 47 pitches.
31 of them for strikes.
And a swing and a miss at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 3. Paulino strikes out the side here in the bottom half of the 3rd. He has 5 strikeouts already after 3 innings of play. Royals lead 3-1. Mariners will celebrate the youngest fans at Kids Appreciation Day. All kids 14 and under will take home a Moose poster thanks to Ivers and Kid Valley. Plus, there's going to be plenty of special prizes given away all afternoon long, including autographed jerseys, a ceremonial first pitch opportunity, a 32-inch TV, and more just for the kids. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. A lot of youngsters, including this young man, here at Safeco Field tonight, and a beautiful night for baseball. Jeff Francoeur leads off the top of the 4th inning. Royals lead by a score of 3-1. And Francoeur looks at ball 1. Michael struck him out in the 1st inning. 1-1 the count. This is Pineda's second start against the Royals this year. Back on April the 17th, he won 3-2 at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. 6 innings, gave up only 1 run and just 3 hits. Swing and a miss. Good slider down and away. 1-2 on Francoeur.
So far, Michael has only given up 2 hits, Rick, but unfortunately they've been for extra bases. The leadoff double and then the home run from Hosmer.
And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is strikeout number 4 for Pineda. 1 down for Kansas City here in the top of the 4th inning, and he has really settled down. Well, here's a look at our AT&T trivia question. When was the last time a catcher hit for the cycle? And Mike, the fans are going with you. They're saying last season. Going with Benji Molina. And Mike Moustakas. The answer just happened a week ago. George Coteras of Milwaukee back on September the 3rd. Hit for the cycle as a catcher. Benji did it last year with the Texas Rangers. He had Chad Muller going back to 2004. Jason Kendall, Rich Gedman, Carlton Fisk. 14 catchers have hit for the cycle. Popped up. Shallow left field going out. The shortstop Brendan Ryan is there. And Mike Moustakas is out number 2.
Rick, we have 2 young men lining up the radar gun tonight. Both of them have hit 98.
Some serious gas. Mike.
Yeah, the guys are going to have to turn it up a notch. And now they're both mixing in their slider and their changeup more. It's going to be a difficult night for the hitters. You better get on a fastball early if you want any chance at all. Here you go, a CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Polino topping out at 99. Michael at 98.
Perez with a pop-up out of play on the first base side. Tough to catch up to the fastball, and the count is 0-1. He struck out in the second. Who had the best fastball that you've ever seen? Not only just velocity, but the way it moved, the guy that had location with it. There's a slider, cut on and miss, and the count is 0-2. The diabolical
Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was letting the ball go right in front of you, and he was 98 all day long. Could hit 100 if he wanted to. I think the biggest thing with Randy is it wasn't just the velocity of it, but because of his height at 6'10", downhill, you're in trouble.
Some serious angle. Back to the mound, off the bare hand of Pineda. Tries to recover. Don't throw it. He doesn't. And that'll be a base hit for Salvador Perez. Michael trying to make a barehanded stop.
It's one of the things, you're out there and you're competing, and as he moves along, he'll learn to pull his hand back. Brendan Ryan has this ball in his back pocket. It's not hit hard. Brendan will make that play for him all day long. Don't want to injure yourself, and it's a much easier play for Brendan to make, but the young man tries to grab it. At this point, he does the right thing. Don't throw it down the right field line. He knows to at that moment, but it's just you're competing. A lot of people will sit there and they go, well, why didn't you just pull your hand out of the way? It's not that easy. You're out there, you're competing, and you see the ball and you want to make a play, but as he gets more experience, you'll see him pull his hand back and just let it go.
Chris Getz with a strike at the count is 0-1, and Perez just got a piece of that ball off the end of the bat on a slider. And Michael did the wise thing after he knocked it down not to throw it. Getz walked in the second. Pops one out of play on the left field side, and the count is 0-2 on Getz, getting his first start and appearance of this series. During the offseason, he's going to have a lot of good things to look back on as he gets ready for spring training in Peoria. And a swing and a miss by Getz, and a pitch down and in the dirt for strike 3 to end the inning. 5 strikeouts for Michael Pineda. No runs, a hit, and a man left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Royals lead 3-1. For the fourth inning, the Royals lead by a score of 3-1. Both starters throwing mighty hard. This Monday, with the Mariners and the Yankees open up a 3-game series at Ichiro T-shirt night presented by Santo. The first 15,000 fans pick up this one-of-a-kind T-shirt featuring number 51. For tickets, visit Mariners.com or stop on by any Mariners team store. There's a look at the T-shirt. Shortstop Brendan Ryan will lead things off against Felipe Paulino. Throwing 97 to 99 miles an hour. Delivers inside. Ball one.
Brendan hit the ball hard his first time up. Unfortunately, it was right at the first baseman Hosmer, a line drive.
Down and away, ball two. Ryan, the last few years with the St. Louis Cardinals, came over during the offseason in a trade for a young pitcher by the name of Michael Cleto. Cleto was one of the many guys included in Jack Sorensek's very first deal as the GM of the ball club. A few years ago, he made that three-way deal with the New York Mets and the Cleveland Indians. Strike on the inside corner, and the count 3-1 on Brendan. On deck is Dustin Ackley. Fastball at the knees, full count, 3-2. All right, second time around the order here, Blow. What are you looking for from Paulino?
Well, he's shown that he's willing to throw his slider and his changeup, but I think you have to stay on his fastball. He's been around 70-75% fastballs, and he has a good one. He's proud of it. So I think you're going to have to find a way to hit it. It helps if you get into a hitter's count, which Brendan has been able to do. You can see at 54 pitches, 72% fastballs.
He's coming with the heater. And it just got a piece of the last fastball. Ackley due up next. And it's strike three called, and there's the slider. So another strikeout for Felipe Paulino. That's number 6, and one out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Let's check in with Angie. Angie?
Rick, a big day for Husky quarterback Keith Price over at Montlake. He threw 4 touchdown passes, including this 31-yardage Devin Aguilar, and the Dogs beat Hawaii today on Root Sports 40-32. It's our Sterling Savings Bank score. Price finished with 315 yards passing, and the Dogs improved to 2-0. Back to you, Rick.
All right, Angie, thank you. Here's Dustin Ackley. Dustin with a strike. The count is 0-1. Fouled away, no balls and 2 strikes. How about the Cougars? Washington State winning big over UNLV, 59-7. Going crazy at the Joker Pub this afternoon. Big Cougar hangout. Up high on Ackley for ball 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Mike, I know you're disappointed, but SIU lost today to Ole Miss, 42-24. The Salukis lost. My school, 42-24 to Ole Miss. Swing and a miss by Ackley. Strike 3. 7 strikeouts for Felipe Paulino, and he was retired. Struck out the last 5 in a row.
And he looks like this last fastball, 98 miles an hour. And typically when you're throwing that hard, it's straight, but he has a little bit of run to his fastball. It's a 2-seamer with a lot of velocity behind it. It's not just your normal straight over the top 4-seam fastball. Typically, when you see somebody throwing that hard, not much movement to it, but his fastball has some run to it.
Here's left fielder Mike Carpin. He takes ball 1. 3-1 Kansas City. Carp 0 for 1. He was the first strikeout victim for Paulino. Was back in the second. 2-0 the count. Away.
Good aggressive swing from Carp. It's the biggest difference we've seen from him, Rick. Called up a couple of different times, and this time the reason why he's had a lot of success is that right there. If he gets a fastball, may not get a hit, but he's going to turn it loose and be aggressive with his swing.
On a play on the third base side, 2-2, and Mike, he was really turning on a first pitch fastball. As a few days ago, there was a note where he was hitting like 545 on first pitch fastballs.
Yeah, the number I saw was 552, and I think that's a good reason to be aggressive by the time you leave the on deck circle.
Fouls away that pitch.
Unfortunately, in this at bat, Rick, he's had 3 in a row that have been in the middle of the plate belt high, and he's fouling him off. It gives you an idea how good Paulino's fastball is, but Mike, he needs to cover one of those pitches because eventually he's going to have to deal with a changeup or a slider.
In the air, deep left center field. Going back to the ball. Gordon to the 1-inch rack wall. Goodbye, baseball. Mike Karp with a home run the opposite way into the Mariner bullpen. His 9th home run of the season. And it's now the Royals 3 and the Mariners 2. And for the Mariners tonight, their 2nd home run of the season. What an at-bat from Mike Karp.
First it was Justin Smoke, who will be coming up now, hit the first home run, and then Karp. 4 fastballs in the row in the middle of the plate. Needed to get on one of them. What does he do? Hammers a 98-mile-an-hour fastball into the Mariners bullpen. Wow.
Caught up to that fastball, hit it well the other way.
Encouraging sign, isn't it, Rick?
It is.
Yeah. Karp hitting 4th and Smoke hitting 5th for you, and so far they've provided the offense.
Justin Smoke, fly ball, shallow left field line, foul ball as it takes a big kangaroo bounce up into the seats down the left field line. And the count is 0-1 on Smoke, who had that long at bat, an 8-pitch at bat, Mike, when he hit the home run to right field off of Paulino.
I think he eventually ended up getting a hanging changeup. Pitch was 90 miles an hour that he hit out.
So Mike Karp with a home run, his 9th of the season. Tonight is salute to Latin American baseball night, and the Mariners tonight are the Marineros. Inside, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1. Slow breaking ball down and in for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mikey spent some time in Venezuela,
Mexico. Yep. A lot of the young players will go through that process. The season isn't going to be over for them just because this season is over. They'll continue to play baseball and try to improve, work on some things.
What's winter ball like? I mean, you know, a lot of the top young players get a chance to play winter ball.
Well, now a lot of them go to the fall league, the Arizona Fall League. It's not as popular as it used to be.
Yeah.
It's great baseball. It's a lot of fun. You can learn. For example, I went to Mexico to learn to hit the breaking ball because a lot of the pitchers in that league threw a lot of off-speed pitches.
And a swing and a miss by Smoke for strike 3. That'll end the inning, and Paulino strikes out the side for the 2nd time of this game. But Mike Karp with a home run, and after 4 innings of play, it's now the Royals 3 and the Mariners 2.
at Safeco. Meantime, 13th ranked Oregon bounced back in a huge way today against Nevada. Darren Thomas threw for 6 touchdowns. LaMichael James scored on a run and punt return and this 44-yard pass. The Oregon Ducks made it look easy. They cruised 69-20 to even their record at 1-1. Rick?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. As we go to the top half of the 5th inning, it's now the Royals 3 and the Mariners 2. A couple of home runs for the Mariners tonight now. Justin Smoke and Mike Hart. Alcides Escobar with strike 2, and the count is 0-2. And little by little, Mike, the Mariners coming back with some big swings.
Encouraging signs, and I think Michael looks like he's settling in. Able to get his slider over for a strike now. Excellent pitch. Has him in an 0-2 count. Tries to throw the slider off the plate. The third pitch and the location of it.
I'll never forget sitting next to Dave Niehaus at spring training in Goodyear, Arizona when we first saw this kid. And we're doing the ball game, and fly ball right field. Ichiro has it tracked near the warning track. Danny's there and makes the catch, and there's one away. And Michael threw this nasty slider, and Dave just jumped out of his seat and yelled, "Diabolical!" Oh, that stank. And there's a beautiful sign out there. Dave, my oh my, with the microphone. And from that point on, every time I see Michael throw that slider, I think of that moment.
I think for me, because I came later, you and Dave had been down in spring training for a few weeks before I was able to get down there. And it's the first time that I can remember walking into the booth, and the first time I'm seeing Dave, before he says hello, "Have you seen Pineda? You're not going to believe this guy."
I remember that. Ground ball out to Eckley at second, and Gordon is retired 4-3 for the second out of the inning. He was so excited, and man, he nailed it. And coming up in just a few days, on Friday, September the 16th, we're going to unveil Dave Niehaus' statue out in the right center field pavilion. So you don't want to miss that. That's coming up on Friday, September the 16th, right here at Safeco Field. We had a chance to see the statue. Lou Sella, the sculptor, the artist, just did an amazing job with it. Melky Cabrera with ball 1.
I haven't seen the finished product, so I'm anxious to see it. I'm looking forward to it.
Mike, we walked into the room at the studio, and it was just like Dave was sitting right there. It was so good, and that was in the clay stage. And it's going to be phenomenal. Fans will have a chance to sit next to Dave, have their picture with him. It's wait till
I'll be one of them.
Oh my goodness. 2-1 the count on Melky Cabrera. Michael in a nice rhythm and groove. Fly ball center field. Backing up Saunders a couple of steps to make the catch. And that'll end the inning. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on. We're at the halfway point. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Royals lead 3-2. Designated hitter Adam Kennedy leading off the bottom of the 5th inning with a swing and a miss. Off-speed breaking ball, and normally Mr. Paulino pumping in fastballs at 98, 99. 3-2, Kansas City on top. Outside ball 1 ball and 1 strike. Paulino, 27 years of age. Originally signed as a free agent with the Houston Astros back in 2002. Came up with Houston. And a swing and a miss, 1-2. For the Astros last year, Mike, he was 1-9 with a 5.11 ERA and 19 appearances, made 14 starts. Made his first career opening day roster for the Astros last year. Then he was traded away to Colorado, popped up left field line, slicing foul, and going back is Moustakas, and he can't get to it, reaching into the crowd. And the count is still 1-2 on Adam Kennedy.
He looked like he had a legitimate chance to make the catch. Adam will have another opportunity. Reading those numbers, 1-9, ERA over 5. That tells you that major league hitters can hit a fastball even if you can throw it 98 miles an hour.
Exactly.
You have to mix it up.
And a swing and a miss by Kennedy, strike 3, and that is strikeout number 9 for Felipe Paulino. He has struck out the side twice. Say, friends, starting tonight at Safeco Field, Seattle International Foundation, SIF, and Esperanza International team up to fight poverty in the Dominican Republic and Haiti. So text the word HOPE to 80000 to make a $10 donation that supports Esperanza's community-based sustainable development programs. Dave Valley does an incredible job with Esperanza. Foul back by Miguel Olivo, and the count is 0-1. And we had a young lady who works with Esperanza down in Santo Domingo, Patricia Gonzalez, who threw out the ceremonial first pitch tonight. It's amazing what Val and his wife Vicky have done in the Dominican Republic. Miguel Olivo with a swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2.
You can see the difference in Paulino tonight from that last pitch, a slider. The way he pitched Adam Kennedy, 3 off-speed pitches in a row, 98 miles an hour.
Bouncing ball, third base line, right behind the bag. Moustakas fires high, and Hosmer comes off the bag, and Miggy's safe at first base. Good hustle by Miguel Olivo getting down that line.
That'll be an error on the third baseman with the high throw, but we've seen that from Miguel all year long, hustling down the line. We've seen him dive into first, running hard, hoping to beat it out, and the high throw is the difference.
Wow, great camera work, guys. This is mighty, mighty close. Hosmer's a big man, goes high in the air, and that last lunge to the bag, and Miggy gets there in time. Tying run aboard. 1 out, 3-2 Kansas City. Here's Kyle Seager.
In the first 2 games of this series, the Mariners have been aggressive on the bases. As Salvador Perez, a rookie catcher.
He can throw.
He can throw. Yes, he can. His footwork looks like he rushes a little bit sometimes, and that's why when he throws, even though he has something on it, the ball has been tailing a little bit. Some throws have been high. He's bounced one. Puts the pressure on him.
He's a big guy, trying to get his feet underneath him. Sandy Alomar Jr. was that type of guy, too, and he could throw.
We had an opportunity this year to have Dan Wilson in the booth quite a bit, and I was talking to Dan about that, and he said one of the things you'll learn as you get more experience is your tendency is to want to rush, especially if you feel like the runner had a decent or a good jump and you want to rush, and typically your footwork isn't where it should be, so the throw will not be as accurate as you'd like to see it. But as you get a little bit older and you gain some experience, I mentioned Dave Valley. Val was great at it. Danny, one of the best you're going to see. You learn to not rush so that the accuracy of the throw and the quickness of it is more important than trying to throw it down there at 95 miles an hour.
Exactly.
And so he'll learn because he has a great arm. But he's young.
Both these ball clubs with 15 rookies. And that Prescott is going to be around a long time. There goes Miggy. Line drive, left center field, and it's going to be caught by Melky Cabrera. The throw back to first base. Miggy slides, and he is out at first. Oh, my goodness. They double up Miguel Olivo, and here comes Mariner manager Eric Wedge out of the dugout to have a little conversation with first base umpire Ted Barrett. Cabrera's throw back to first base after he made the catch in time, according to Barrett. Miggy slides into the bag, and oh my goodness, the Royals get a break. Hosmer was trying for the tag, and they get a break. After 5 innings of play, Kansas City leads 3-2. Over at first base, look at the right knee on this tag attempt by Hosmer. Look at the right thigh. Hosmer reaching for the leg. He gets the tag on Miguel before the left foot gets to the bag. So a good call by Ted Barrett. At first glance, it looked like Miggy got in there, but the tag was on the right thigh.
I'm always amazed at how often they're right. Ted Barrett, veteran umpire, been around for a long time. Not an easy call, but from that replay, it's a running catch by Ichiro. But from that replay, he definitely had it right.
He was right there and made the fine call. Butler flies out to right field down the line. Ichiro with a nice running catch, and one out for the Royals here in the top half of the sixth inning.
Ball slicing away from Ichiro. You see the concentration. Should see the yellow line coming in there soon. That would have definitely been a fair ball.
So one out for Kansas City. Nice running catch. Here's a slider, a strike on Eric Hosmer. 0-1. Hosmer 1 for 2 with a long opposite field home run to left center. Yeah, the first inning, his 17th home run. Line shot center field. Saunders getting back in time, and Michael makes the catch. Wow. Put the barrel of the bat on that ball, so 2 outs in the inning. Here's a look at Banner Bank Building of the future. How about these young players, Blow? Trumbo, Aaron Sebia, Hosmer for American League Rookie of the Year.
All of them with power. You see the home run numbers, 26 for Trumbo, 80 RBIs. Aaron Sebia, even though he has struggled with his batting average, he's been around 200 most of the year. He has it up to 221 now, but still the power numbers are there for him. And then Hosmer, the last ball that he just hit the center field, it's tough to hit a ball much harder than that. Nice play by Saunders.
And here's Jeff Francoeur, 2 up, 2 down. And a swing and a foul tip into the glove of catcher Miguel Olivo, and the count is 0-2. The thing about those young hitters compared to the Mariners young hitters, they've been up in the big leagues most of the year, especially Trumbo. Hopped up and out of play, and it's still 0-2.
You have to have the at bats to put up the numbers. I think for us, because we get the opportunity to see Dustin Ackley on a daily basis, he should be in that group, but his overall numbers aren't going to be there because he just doesn't have the at-bats that they have.
High fly ball, left center field, over is Carpin Saunders, and Saunders takes over, and he makes a catch, and that'll end the inning. 5, 6, 7 in a row, retired by Michael Pineda. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Royals lead 3-2. Sixth inning, the Royals lead by a score of 3-2. Michael Saunders to lead things off, and he takes down and away, ball one. Michael starting off the year with the ball club. Franklin Gutierrez was out for the first month and a half of the year. Fly ball lifted to left field straight away, and Alex Gordon is there, and one out for the Mariners here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Let's check in with Angie.
You mentioned it earlier. I got more on it. Over in Pullman, Marshall Loberstahl threw for 361 yards and 5 touchdowns. The Cougars demolished UNLV 59-7. The WSU offense racked up 610 yards of offense scored on its first 5 possessions. And a much different story for Oregon State. They got crushed by Wisconsin 35-0. By the way, Washington State scored 124 points the last 2 weeks. Wow.
Go Cougs. Here is Ichiro, and Ichiro with a strike on one. I know they were going crazy at the Joker Pub in Issaquah. Ichiro 0 for 2 on the night. That pitch down and away for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 hits last night. 6 for 8 in the series coming into tonight's game. Popped up and out of play on the third base side, and the count 1-2.
He has consistently gone after Ichiro with fastballs. Most of them inside, trying to stay in on his hands.
High fastball.
Another one, 96 miles an hour.
2-2 the count. Fouled away behind the plate, and the count is still even on Ichiro. Felipe Paulino from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. He missed all of the 08 season when he was with the Astros organization. There's strike 3 called. Ichiro is caught looking. Another strikeout for Paulino, his 10th already in the ball game, Mike.
He looked like after all the fastballs, he came back with a changeup at the top of the strike zone. You could see the 6th pitch. Borderline being a strike or not. Brian Runge, the home plate umpire, has consistently called that pitch a strike tonight. Typically, you don't see that. The high strike is rarely called, but he's done that a number of times against the Mariner hitters. It is a strike. You just don't see it called often.
90-mile-an-hour changeup.
90-mile-an-hour changeup.
You're seeing that this year. Brendan Ryan with a fly ball down the right field line. Long run, Francoeur, and he's running out of room, and this one is into the seats. Down the right field line and out of play, and the count is 0-1. Felix's changeup is up there, and Michael Pineda's changeup is up there, although he's trying to back off of it now.
Michael, and I think that he should, if he can get a couple more miles an hour off of his changeup. Felix can throw his hard because of the movement on Felix's changeup.
Yeah.
It's the best changeup in the American League for me.
Yeah.
Just because of the type of movement. He gets a lot of ground balls, a lot of swing and misses because of the amount of movement that he gets on his changeup. Michael's a little bit, not as much. So if he can back off of that a little bit to go with the 96, 97 mile an hour fastball, he'll have something.
And isn't the key on a great changeup, the arm speed of the pitcher is the same as it is on a fastball?
You have to sell it. And again, another pitch, 88 miles an hour up in the zone. Brendan Ryan didn't like the call.
1-2 the count on Ryan, who is lined out to Hosmer at first, struck out in the 4th inning. He was victim number 6. Fouled away, and the count is still 1-2. That fastball at 98, and this guy is still throwing hard after throwing 94 pitches.
That's the good news for the Mariners. His pitch count's getting up there at 94 pitches for him. He has thrown 64 strikes, so his ratio is excellent tonight.
Very good. In behind the bag at third, fair ball taken by Moustakas. This time the throw is on the money to get Brendan Ryan for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on after 6 innings of play. Royals 3, Mariners 2.
Welcome back to Safeco Field. Mariners baseball here on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance, and by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit one of our 178 branches or go to sterlingsavingsbank.com.
All right, thank you, Angie. As we go to the top half of the 7th inning, and Mike Moustakas drives one into the gap in right center field for extra bases. He's heading for second. Ichiro gets the throw in. It's going to be cut off by Dustin Ackley, and that breaks the string of 7 in a row retired by Michael Pineda. Royals lead by a score of 3-2. Another double for Kansas City.
And another first pitch fastball that the Royals jump on. They're aggressive early in the count with the fastballs. That one at 93 miles an hour. Not the best fastball from Michael.
So Moustakas out at second, and here is catcher Salvador Perez. 1 for 2, had that infield base hit. There's a fly ball into right field, right at Ichiro, and he makes the catch, and holding at second base, Moustakas, the throw to third, cut off by Brendan Ryan, and Brendan goes, nice throw, holds that glove up there, and he keeps Moustakas right there at second base.
Well, a couple of things. One, Perez does his job. He hits the ball deep into right field. But because of Ichiro's arm and his reputation, as he fires it back into the infield, it will not advance the runner. A lot of times you'll take the chance to try to move up on that throw, but the Royals decide not to, even though Perez, Salvador Perez, the young catcher, I thought did an excellent job of doing what he was supposed to, hit the ball the other way and try to move the runner up.
So now 1 on and 1 away, and a few steps at third base right there is Seager for Chris Getz. Getz has walked and struck out. Fouls the pitch away from Pineda, and the count is 0-1. Michael Pineda's put together so many good numbers, Mike, but one of them that stands out, opponent's batting average just .210 against Michael. It's not a whole lot of hitting against him.
No.
Inside for ball 1, 1-1.
He seems to have the ability, when he gets in a little bit of trouble, to turn things up a notch. His fastball will jump up for you. He'll throw a tighter slider.
And it's inside. I guess ball 2, 2-1. And Mike, what kind of influence has Felix had on Mike?
Well, that's something that's hard to say. I think even though they're both power pitchers, Felix is, one, he's polished. Michael is not yet. But two, that they're a little bit different in that Felix's 94-mile-an-hour fastball, 95-mile-an-hour fastball has so much movement to it, and he has plus pitches, 4+ pitches. I think Felix has.
Yeah.
Michael's not there yet. I think the main thing that he gets to do is he gets to watch Felix go out there every 5th day and watch that man compete.
Yeah.
And that is something that, along with all the talent that he has, just watching Felix compete every 5th day, you have to gain a lot of respect for him.
Oh, man, just a little bit outside, according to the home plate umpire.
Well, that's one that Brian Runge has missed tonight.
Yeah. That was right there.
Yeah. It's a critical pitch in this at-bat, and he missed it.
Full count, 3-2. Slider down and in, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. He went after it, says Runge. So Michael Pineda strikes him out, and 2 outs for the Royals here in the top half of the 7th. What a pitch.
And Michael, there you go. The hard breaking ball down and in. They gets on the check swing.
And that's number 6 for Pineda. 2 outs for Kansas City after the leadoff double. Moustakas is still on at second base. And here is shortstop Alcides Escobar. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1.
Escobar has hit the ball the other way. Popped up to first and was flown out to right field.
Down and away for ball 1, 1-1. Mike, I think the first thing that a young pitcher has to do to have success in this league is have command of that fastball, to locate your fastball. This kid has done it this year.
He has the ability to do that. And again, if he is out there for 6-7 innings for Michael, he'll have an inning where he'll lose it, but he always gets it. He always gets it back online to where he'll come back out the next inning and have things figured out. That was a great slider. Again,
nasty.
The ability to turn things up a notch when he's in a little bit of trouble. He knows what he's up against right now. Paulino's throwing the ball as well as anybody we've seen this year.
Yeah.
Michael knows that he can't afford to give up too many more runs, and he has the ability to work his way out of jams because of that. Wouldn't be surprised to see a fastball at 96, 97 miles an hour.
And a swing and a miss. You're right, Mike, at 96 as Escobar chased it for strike 3. 7 strikeouts and counting for Michael Pineda. Leadoff double. Moustakas stranded right there. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time. 3-2 Kansas City. Seventh inning stretch is brought to you by Washington's Lottery. Buy your hometown heroes raffle ticket from Washington's Lottery. On sale now. You play, veterans win. 7th inning stretch time, bottom of the 7th inning. Dustin Ackley leads it off 3-2. Royals lead as Paulino delivers. Blown outside to Dustin for ball 1. Ackley 0 for 2 tonight. Fouls one off the mask of the catcher Salvador Perez, and the count is even on Dustin at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ackley coming into tonight's game batting .294. And the young man has done a heck of a job. Outside ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike out of the University of North Carolina. First round pick a couple of Junes ago by the Mariners. Second pick overall behind Steven Strasburg. Well hit down the right field line, but Dustin pulls it foul. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now here's a look at some of the Mariners hitters doing very well this year. And we talked about Dustin Ackley in 73 ball games, has that average up around 300. Mike Carp really came on strong, especially in August, batting .281. The 8 home runs. And
9 now Wells with the home run that he hit tonight.
Yeah, you're right,
Casper
Mike.
Wells with 10.
6 in a Mariner uniform since coming over from the Detroit Tigers. And a swing and a miss by Ackley, dropped by Perez, and the throw to first is in time. A strikeout for Paulino, his 11th strikeout. Put out goes 2-3, and there's 1 away for the Mariners here in the 7th.
He has been tough tonight. 11 strikeouts for Paulino, and even on that last one, you have to get it going. You know he throws 97, 98, Rick, and now he's burying the slider down and into the left-handers. It's a tough pitch to lay off of.
Mariners have only 2 hits tonight, both of them home runs. One by this guy right here, Mike Carp, a strike on Mike. And the other hit, the home run by Justin Smoke. That has been it. And
in Mike's last at bat, he challenged him, just pumping fastballs in there. Starts him with the changeup. Another off-speed pitch. Gets him away from the fastball. But take a look at it. 98 miles an hour. And Mike Carp hits it out into the Mariner bullpen.
That's some kind of hit right there. A 98 mile an hour fastball to go get it and hit it that far the other way. Mike has his share of home runs the other way, Mike. during the course of the season. There's home run number 9. At least 3, maybe 4 have been hit to the opposite field. That's well hit to right field. Down the line, Francoeur on the run. This one is caught by Francoeur. He did it again. Jeff Francoeur robbed Ackley of a home run in last night's game over the wall and right. Mike Karp at the top of the wall down the right field line tonight. And Francoeur makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
I'm not sure if it would go out of the ballpark, but it certainly would have been off the top of the wall. Maybe bounces over. And Francoeur robs Karp of extra bases, maybe a home run.
Jeff Francoeur won a Gold Glove back in 2007 as a member of the Atlanta Braves. Here's the pitch to Justin Smoak down and away.
I have an idea for you, Rick.
Wow.
Coming back with a day game tomorrow. Let's make him the DH for him. Give him a day off in the field.
He saved a few runs with his glove in the last 2 ball games for Kansas City. 2-0 the count on Smoak.
Quality at bat from Karp. The pitch that he hit was a changeup that was down and away at 86 miles an hour, similar to that one. And he stayed with it, was able to get out there and get enough of the barrel to it to potentially hit a home run or definitely a double if Francoeur doesn't make the catch.
What a job he's done defensively. Well hit center field. Going back, Cabrera to the 1 track, and he reaches up and makes the catch, slams into the wall, and that is out number 3. Some kind of defense for the Royals outfielders here in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is Jeff Francoeur last night, taking away a home run from Dustin Ackley, and tonight at the top of the wall in right field on the ball hit by Mike Karp. What a night for Francoeur with his glove. And after 7 innings of play, we go to the 8th. 3-2 Royals. And welcome back. We go to the top half of the 8th inning. Alex Gordon leads things off, and he dances away from a pitch down and in from Michael Pineda for ball 1. Royals lead by a score of 3-2. Kansas City getting all 3 of the runs off of Michael back in the first inning as Gordon led off the game with a double down the right field line, his 43rd double of the year. Scored on a fielder's choice by Billy Butler as the Royals went on contact, and Gordon was able to score on the play, and then Eric Hosmer hit an opposite field 2-run home run. Mariners with solo home runs tonight from Justin Smoak and Mike Karp.
This is going to be an important inning for Michael. He's going to the top of the order. You have the guys from the Royals that have done the damage this year, the first 5 hitters, and Alex Gordon is the one starting things, so Michael has a tough inning ahead of him. The good news is Paulino has thrown 107 pitches. He's maxed out at 120 this year, but they're close to getting him out of the game. There's some action. Greg Holland throwing in the Royals bullpen. So Michael has to find a way to keep the score where it's at.
Fastball count, and Gordon didn't get a fastball, but Michael got it in there for strike 2. Full count. And now the fastball fouled away, and the count is still 3-2 on Gordon. The good thing, when you take a look at this ball game and looking at what Pineda has done, he gave up those 3 runs in the first inning. Here he is pitching into the 8th.
94 pitches for Michael.
And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Another strikeout for Pineda, his 8th. Well, with each home run hit by a Mariner player, Alaska Airlines donates $10,000 to our Make-A-Wish Home Runs for Wishes program. You can donate your own miles to Make-A-Wish at alaskaair.com. Tonight's salute to Latin American baseball. Festive dancers on top of the dugout. And I saw Mike Flowers doing that dance between innings. You're pretty good, buddy.
Thank you.
Melky Cabrera with ball 1. Robbie Nielsen was doing the same thing, our associate director up here. Back up the middle into center field, a base hit for Cabrera.
Now Michael will have to be concerned about Cabrera at first. Cabrera wheel still. Again, the Royals leading the league in stolen bases.
Cabrera with 18. 1 on and 1 away for designated hitter Billy Butler. Butler 0 for 3, but has a run batted in with that fielder's choice back in the first. Right now, that's the difference in this game. Over to first, and Cabrera gets back to the bag. For Pineda, his 27th start of the year. Last year, Michael was shut down at the end of the season after throwing 139 innings down to the minor leagues. He started off at AA West Tennessee, Mike, where he was 8-1 and had a 2.22 ERA, then went to Tacoma 3-3. I thought it was a good thing to kind of watch his innings last year and get him ready for this year, and he was ready to go and made the ball club.
Well, they've also had to watch his innings this year, and it's been difficult because Michael has been efficient with his pitches. He typically is pitching into the 7th and 8th inning, and it's because of the way that he can do that with his pitch count. He's at 98 pitches with 1 out here in the 8th. That's not uncommon for him.
Yeah.
So to keep his innings down has been a challenge.
Because he piled up a lot of innings early. He was so successful.
And it's one of the reasons why they've gone to a 6-man rotation to take care of him.
Slow him down, and it's also benefited Felix. Felix has been outstanding his last few starts in that 6-man. Well, Felix threw almost 250 innings last year.
Yeah, he's in another stratosphere. He could throw probably 270 innings if you turn him loose.
Yeah.
I don't think that's out of the question for him. But I don't see the point in it at this point. You get
this kind of year.
Take care of him. Get him ready for next year also. Now you have these guys 1-2 in your rotation. It's a pretty good way to start the season.
A great 1-2 punch when you got Felix Hernandez and this young man here, Michael Pineda, only 22 years of age. You got to remind yourself of that. He's from Uplate in the Dominican Republic. Signed as a free agent with the Mariners in December of 2005 at the age of 16.
It's one of the many things that Eric Wedge has had to manage this year.
And Eric has had an interesting job this year. Of course, every game he wants to win. That's the way he's wired. That's the way he played as a player. Runner goes.
Late break.
Up and in. Thrown down to second by Miguel. And out at second base is Melky Cabrera. Miguel Olivo throws out Cabrera for the second out of the inning.
Cabrera would have been better off to stay. He started his break to second, mistimed his jump, started again, and by then, even with the high throw from Olivo, Ackley able to get back and put the tag on him.
So 2 outs and nobody on. He got that throw down there quickly to Dustin Ackley. Billy Butler with a count 2-1. 3-2 Royals. Fly ball into right field. Ichiro drifting back at the edge of the track. He's there and makes the catch for out number 3, and that'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, but nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Our score: the Royals 3 and the Mariners 2.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
3-2, Royals lead as we go to the bottom half of inning number 8 on a beautiful night here in Seattle. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. The Mariners have one more game coming up against the Royals tomorrow afternoon. Then the Bronx Bombers come to town Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, off day Thursday. And then 3 next weekend, starting Friday night against the Texas Rangers. New pitcher for Kansas City. Right-hander Greg Holland takes over in relief from Felipe Paulino, who pitched very, very well. Swing and a miss by Adam Kennedy. 0-1 the count.
The numbers for Holland: a 1.83 ERA, 54 innings pitched. Quality season, 62 strikeouts, Rick, in the 54 innings, and opponent's average is 176. So when you think maybe things get a little bit easier because Paulino is out of the game, Holland's rushing it up there with 96-mile-an-hour fastball and pitched well this year for the Royals.
Only 17 walks on the season. Paulino in this ball game didn't walk anybody. And a strike on Kennedy, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Greg Holland, born in Morgantown, North Carolina. And a swing and a miss by Kennedy for strike 3, and 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom half of the 8th. Well, tired of paying those high gas prices? Relax and ride Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for more details. Great way to get to the ballpark and to get yourself home. Sound Transit. 1 away. Mariners' last hit was the home run by Mike Karp with 2 outs back in the 4th inning. Here's catcher Miguel Olivo. He has 17 home runs on the year. Number 17 last night when he came close to hitting for the cycle. A strike, and the count is 0-1. Grounded out to gets at second base, and was safe on a throwing error by third baseman Mike Moustakas, his last time up in the 5th. 0-2. Holland came up with the Royals last year. Appeared in just 15 games, 0-1 with an ERA of 6.75, but he's put it together this year.
Again, quality fastball, above average fastball at 96 miles an hour. His split is 87-88.
There it is, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Greg Holland, and 2 up, 2 down for the Mariners here in the 8th. Say, friends, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 3-2 Kansas City. And here is third baseman Kyle Seager. Seager 0 for 2 on the night. 0-1. Tomorrow afternoon, the final game of the 4-game series. Anthony Vasquez will get the start for the Mariners. Everett Tiford will get the start for Kansas City tomorrow. Foul tipped into the glove of catcher Salvador Perez.
We were talking about selling the changeup earlier in the game. You can see why Holland has had a lot of success this year. His arm speed on his split is excellent. It's perfect. You really, as a hitter, you're not going to be able to pick up any hint of his split as opposed to a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
In the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Seager. Brandon League has done a great job this year, Mike, with that pitch. Splitter.
97-mile-an-hour fastball for Brandon consistently in that area, and that was also mixing in a slider to the right-handers.
Made him even tougher this year. His first year as a closer popped up and out of play on the third base side, and the count is still 1-2 on Seager.
Well, we leave spring training this year, and Aardsma not available. They're not sure whether Brandon is going to take the role over, or who's going to close, and he just ran with it. It'll be nice not to have that question mark going into spring training next year.
It's a slam dunk. Started off with 9 consecutive saves, hit that little bump in the road, and then ripped off about 15 more in a row. And And strike 3 called. Greg Holland strikes out Seager, and he strikes out the side here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 14 strikeouts for Kansas City pitching tonight. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Royals lead 3-2. Here comes Tom. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Money Tree. Looking for a loan with more time to repay? Apply for a Money Tree payday loan online at moneytreeinc.com. By AT&T. And by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax. That looks good. We go to the top half of the 9th inning. 3-2. Royals lead. Lights look like diamonds in the night in the Emerald City. The side here is Eric Hosmer to lead off the 9th inning against big right-hander Tom Wilhelmsen. And he delivers ball 1. Nice job by Michael Pineda tonight. 8 innings, a career high for Michael Pineda. Fastball off the glove of Miguel Olivo. Ball 2, 2-0 the count on Hosmer.
Again, Michael, you go back to the start of this game, gives up 3 runs. Take a look at the numbers for Tom Wilhelmsen. 3.65 ERA, 24 2/3 innings pitched for him. 2-0 record.
Line drive, left field on the run. Carp with a dive, and he makes the catch. Holy smoke, Mike Carp diving way to his right toward that left field line, robbing Eric Hosmer. What a catch by Mike Carp, 1 away.
Hosmer can hit 97 miles an hour. He lines this ball in the left field. And because he's left-handed, it slices away from Carp, who gets a great jump on it, stays with it. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to get there. Full extension on the dive. Wow.
How about that?
That was great.
Parallel with the ground, he makes the catch. 1 away, and here's Jeff Rancourt. Let's enjoy this grab one more time. Nice catch. 0-1 the count on Francoeur. Wilhelmsen delivers, fouled away, and the count is 0-2. How about this guy? Mike Carp has done a nice job defensively at first base when Justin Smoke was out and out in left field. He can also play out there, Mike.
I think he's been above average at first base in his defense, and now we're getting a chance to see a little bit more of him in left field.
Fly ball left center field, well hit. Carp going back to the 1 track, and this one is gone. Goodbye baseball. Out to the landing. And a home run for Jeff Rancourt. All series long he has done it with his glove, and now he does it with his bat. His 18th home run of the season, and the Royals now lead 4-2.
And It turns out to be a huge run. The Mariners down a run here in the ninth. A little bit of breathing room for Joaquin Soria, the quality closer for the Royals. He will pitch, and that is a hanging breaking ball, 81 miles an hour.
Gets it out of here to left center field, his 18th of the year. 4-2 Royals. 1 out, ninth inning. Here's Mike Moustakas, ball one.
The Mariners in the bottom of the ninth inning will have 9-1-2 coming up, and they will have to get it done against Joaquin Soria.
Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. So there you look at Soria getting loose out of the Kansas City bullpen. 1-2. Moustakas is 1 for 3 with a double. This club hits a ton of doubles. Moustakas was called up from Omaha on June the 10th. Ground ball off the side of the mound. Way to his left. Brendan Ryan. Man, is he slick. And he gets Moustakas at first base for the second out of the inning. This guy can pick it at short.
And he can throw from all angles and put something on it. It looked like this might get through the infield. Watch him pick it and get rid of it quickly.
His nickname is Boog. His dad was a Boog Powell fan of the Baltimore Orioles, but he plays shortstop like Mark Belanger. And a swing and a miss by Salvador Perez, and the count is 0-1. The outstanding defensive shortstop for years for the Baltimore Orioles. Those Orioles had some great clubs with Brooks Robinson, Frank Robinson, Boog Powell. Bouncy ball wide of first, snared by Smoke Wheels. Throws to Wilhelmsen at the bag, and it's in time to get Perez. So the Mariners some fine defense here in the top half of the ninth. But Jeff Francoeur with a home run to left center field. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last try for the Mariners. It's the Royals 4, the Mariners 2.
In our game summary in the first inning, it was all Royals. Michael struggling early. See Butler grounding a ball. Smoke decides to come home. Cannot get Gordon at the plate. And then this is the big blast off of Hosmer, the rookie first baseman. It's a 2-run home run out into the Royals bullpen.
And then in the bottom half of the second inning, Mike, here is Justin Smoke. Bye-bye.
Second home run of the series. Hit a home run in the first night. 3 hits last night. Hits a home run. You get the Mariners a couple runs closer.
And the second hit.
Then Mike Carr, 98 miles an hour, and he hits this one into the Mariners bullpen. Gets the Mariners within a run at that point, and then the pitchers took over. Not much hitting after that.
And now here's Francoeur on the hanging breaking ball, Mike.
This is a hanging breaking ball. Wilhelmsen has been so good since coming back August 2nd. He's gone 10 in the third innings coming into this game tonight before he gives up that home run. The numbers for Michael Pineda: he threw 101 pitches, 8 strikeouts for Michael, just 1 walk. Gives it the 3 runs, all of them in the first inning, all of them earned on 5 hits. A career high for him, 8 innings pitched.
Michael Pineda, his work tonight, good fastball all night long, Mike.
He had a great fastball, had to make an adjustment. There's a nasty slider on the outside corner, and that was it. The Royals again jumping on the fastball early, started to mix in his slider and his changeup, made his fastball more effective, and all of a sudden he's able to throw it by the Royals because he's mixing in his off-speed pitches. Another strikeout, and here's another strikeout on an off-speed pitch. I thought Michael had an exceptional slider tonight and started to use it, and that opened up the door for his fastball.
Only 1 walk in this ball game, and the fans here at Safeco Field have their rally hats on. Hoping the Mariners can come back here in the bottom half of the ninth inning against one of the top closers in the American League. And here he is, blow Joaquin Soria.
For Soria, 26 saves on the year. He has blown 7 of them out of the 33 opportunities. 26 saves, 57 strikeouts in the 58 in the third innings he has pitched. He's given up 7 home runs. Opponent's average, 262. You'll have to hit your way back into it. He does not walk a lot of batters.
Nope. And Trayvon Robinson will lead off the bottom half of the ninth inning. He'll pinch hit for Michael Saunders. So Robinson, a switch hitter, will bat from the left side. He'll be followed by Ichiro and then Brennan Ryan. Down by a couple, 4-2 Royals lead after that home run by Francoeur in the top half of the ninth. Robinson trying to get something started quickly, and he takes a look at ball 1. His job, Blow, get on base any way he can.
Hitting 253 overall, a couple of home runs.
Both of those coming against the Angels, both down in Anaheim. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. 1-1. Kansas City 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Couple of home runs. The Mariners 2 runs, 2 hits. The home runs by Smoke and Carp.
For Soria, not a typical closer. He's not overpowering with his fastball, but commands it well. Will use his off-speed pitches. And you can see a fastball at 92 miles an hour. In today's game, most closers seems like they all throw 97, Rick.
This guy locates that fastball. That one a good one up and in, and then has that good curveball to go along with it. Strike 3 called on the outside corners. His home plate umpire, Brian Runge. Robinson thought it was a little bit outside. Appeared to be, but there's 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Ichiro up. He's 0 for 3 in the game. A couple of strikeouts. The Royals have decided here in the 3rd game of this series that they were going to pitch him in. And pitch him in with fastballs. 4 hits in last night's ball game, 2 hits in the opener of this series, and tonight it's been fastballs in on his hands.
Mike, that was the 15th strikeout by a Royals pitcher in this game. Paulino had 11. Greg Holland struck out the side in the 8th, 3, and now a strikeout for Soria here in the 9th inning. 15 strikeouts. 0-1 on Ichiro. 0 for 3 tonight. Fastball right on that outside corner. Man, he can locate. 0-2. That's what closers do, Mike. They go strike 1 in a hurry.
Typically they pitch away. He's gone away with 2 fastballs. Going to go back out there again.
Line foul on the third base side, and the count is still 0-2. Look where Perez was set up. Girl gives the souvenir to a young fan.
And you have Alex Gordon playing towards the line and left. Cabrera moving way over into left center field, and Frank Gore playing towards right center.
And a swing and a miss by Ichiro for strike 3. So 2 more strikeouts for Kansas City pitchers. Soria with back-to-back strikeouts. 16 strikeouts in this game for Kansas City pitchers.
And all fastballs again to Ichiro. He strikes out 3 times in the game tonight.
So the Mariners are down to their final out. Royals lead at 4-2, and here's Brendan Ryan to try to keep the Mariners' hopes alive, trying to get aboard and get Ackley up there. Brendan 0 for 3 has lined out the first, struck out, and also bounced out to Moustakas at third base. Fastball misses away. Final game of the series tomorrow afternoon. Game time 1:10 here at Safeco Field. Anthony Vasquez against Everett Tiford. The Yankees come to town on Monday. Low outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the outfield straight away for Ryan. And it misses ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Brendan taking all the way right here. Aaron has won the opening game of the series a couple of nights ago, 4-1 behind the pitching of Jason Vargas.
I think Brendan was taking the 2-0 pitch all the way.
Yeah.
You're down 2 runs, trying to find a way to get on. He's missed with the first 2 pitches. Make him throw a strike.
And he takes down the middle for a strike, and the count is now 3-1. This guy's a grinder, Mike. He makes you work. And a strike called, and the count is full, 3-2.
5th pitch, borderline down. Brian Runge gives Soria the call. And again, Brendan Ryan was taking that pitch all the way, Rick.
Well, he's got to go to work with the count full. And the 3-2. Swung on, fly ball into the gap in right center field. Pretty good hang time over Francoeur, and he makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Royals win at a final score of 4-2 in Kansas City. They take the third game in this 4-game series.
We saw a great pitching matchup tonight in Paulino and Pineda, and what you saw was a great power pitching matchup tonight. I thought Michael really settled down. He gives up 3 runs in the first, which was unfortunate. Give Hosmer, the rookie first baseman, there was a lot of credit. Hitting a home run the other way, the 2-run home run. But then Michael settled down, was efficient with his pitches. Career high 8 innings pitched for him, had 8 strikeouts in the game. I thought he was really good, but unfortunately, Paulino was excellent. The Royals bullpen, Holland has done a great job this year. Then you turn it over to the veteran in Soria. Mariners, a lot of strikeouts tonight. Tough night for the hitters.
Yeah, 16 strikeouts by the Mariner hitters against Paulino, Holland, and Soria. And Soria picks up the save and the win to Paulino, his 3rd of the year. He's now 3-10. So the Royals win it, a final score of 4-2. Mariners lead the series 2-1. Let's send it out to Brad Adam and Dave Valley, guys.
Riz and Blow, thank you, guys.